Health authorities have admitted they're struggling to cope with the demand for orthopaedic services, with a long waiting list for hip replacements. They're now investigating ways of tackling the problem, but that's small comfort for patients. I'm with Zena Lace, who's been waiting for a hip replacement for well over a year now. Now, we associate this sort of surgery really with older people. You're 39 years old. Can you tell us about your circumstances?
Yes, hi Joanne. Well, it's really nice of you to come and chat to me today about my circumstances, and hopefully it'll help to bring awareness to this particular problem of this orthopaedic waiting list. Yes, I am young. I'm a bit of an abnormality for the situation, although I'm living proof that it can affect the younger generation. It is a condition that's more often associated with older people. But my situation is that I was diagnosed this time last year with marked osteoarthritis in my left hip. I also have the osteoarthritis in my other hip as well. And I've since been diagnosed with hip dysplasia on top of that. And unfortunately for me, the damage in my hip joint is so bad that there is no other course of treatment that is available to me other than a full hip replacement.
Now, how does that affect your daily life? You're a mum to triplets and an older child as well. It must be difficult for you.
Yes, it is extremely difficult. I'm a very busy single mum. I love my children to pieces. They are my life. I spend a lot of time with them, and they're fabulous. They're absolutely super children. But it does, as you can imagine, the pain associated with this condition is really quite bad. And the disability that comes along with it. I can't walk properly, and I do struggle to do things, and it does make a busy family life a lot more difficult.
And you've been told that you might have to wait for up to 2 years to get the hip replacement that you need.
Yes, that's correct, and I was very shocked when I heard that, because as you can imagine, being told you've got any disease or anything quite serious wrong is a shock and takes some getting used to. And there is no way of curing my condition. The only thing they can do is do a hip replacement, which will make my life more bearable and help me to get back to some form of normality. So to hear that I'll have to wait so long for that when I am suffering quite a lot, it is heartbreaking, really.
What communication have you had with the hospital authorities on this?
Well, I have spoken to my consultant and written to him. I have also written to my MHK and the local Minister for Health, and they are aware of the situation, and it was really encouraging to see that the situation with the waiting list was being discussed in Tynwald recently.
Okay, so really what you need is for something to happen very soon, don't you?
Well, and that would benefit everybody, because of course mine is only one story out of everybody's, and there are figures given, and quite often people don't understand the length of time associated with figures. So if you say there's 69 people waiting, you might not necessarily think that that's a long period of time, but it does equate to 2 years, and there are them other people, and they're suffering too, and so something really does need to be done for everybody, and to take away this pain and this suffering that people are having to live with. Because if you had a dog and you took it to the vet and the vet said this dog needs some surgery, quite major surgery, you wouldn't then take it home and leave it for 2 years suffering. You would get that surgery done as soon as possible to try and alleviate that situation. So that's really what I'm hoping will happen, especially now with all the changes that are coming about in government recently, and the changes within Nobles itself. Hopefully now that will put them in a better position, and the funds will be made available to tackle this problem and others as well. We are an island which is renowned for people to retire to, so even if you were thinking of this as an older person's predicament, we should be investing in this area, because it does have a population of older people, because it's a popular place to retire to.
And if you could give a message to the Health Minister, what would you say?
Well, I'd just like to say I understand his job must be very, very difficult. You know, he's got every area to consider, and it's not just you know, a small system. But just to say that this is desperate, and the pain that I'm in is really bad. The painkillers I'm on don't really cut it. They make it sort of bearable in the day. I don't sleep at night, and just to say that if they could, you know, try and look at this area very seriously for everybody, because these things that are affecting me are affecting other people too.